Mr. Wangchuk, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. I'm going to straight away begin by asking you, serious allegations that have been leveled against the NGOs that you have been running. The FCRA just a short while back has cancelled the license that was given here. And the reason being, and I'm going to get into the details of it, your NGO, that Students' Educational and Cultural Movement of Ladakh, actually got money from countries outside. And the study that was basically carried out was on the sovereignty of India. Could you explain what exactly is the study that was carried out by your organization?
Study carried out? No. Our organization, SECMOL, this is the school that is known for taking rejects from the society who have failed 10th grade, and they go back as innovators and problem solvers in the society. Any foreign contributions are received to support the education of these students, not
but
any
Mr.
study.
Mr. Wangchuk, I want to, since I have the order copy with me.
About this rejection of foreign contribution certificate. This is news.
You have been. You have been already given the opportunity to explain this to the Ministry of Home Affairs, and I believe the Ministry of Home Affairs is not satisfied, because as per the finding, they are saying the 3,35,000 rupees was received as foreign donation in the year 2021, stated that in its clarification amount that you have essentially said was used to buy an old bus which was basically procured. Credit entry was not made. And it turns out that the funds that you have actually received, for the purpose of which you have received, you have never utilized it. That's the allegation, and that's the finding of the ministry.
If you really find the answer, I think you will have tears in your eyes. So listen, that 3.5 lakh was something the organization owed me. When their bus was old and dilapidated, I said, buy a new one, exchange it, whatever money that you need, I'll pay and you can pay me later. So they credit it as a loan to be paid to Sonam Wangchuk. Okay. Later, I donated them a 17 lakh rupees bus and also waived off this loan. So that's my money that was to be paid to me.
Okay,
and
Mr. Wangchuk, for a minute, if I am to agree, if I am to take whatever you are saying on face value, it was your money, why would there be no credit entry to begin with? If it was your money, why would there be no credit entry?
I don't know about the details of accounts, we can find out, but this bus was exchanged with another bus and there was a difference of 3.5 lakh to be paid. And that money I offered and they kept it as a loan to be paid to me. Later I forgave them, and which is what I always do. You will find more of how much I have contributed. In total, perhaps more than 2 crores I would have contributed to this organization. So please don't tell me that this is foreign contribution misused. This is just money they kept as loan to be paid to Sonam Wangchuk, which was later waived. There can be a mistake in their understanding, because nobody in this country knows of such founders who actually pay to the organization. You more hear of people who cheat and loot organizations.
Now, the evidence that has been gathered by the Ministry of Home Affairs, and you are basically trying to distance yourself by saying that nowhere would you essentially pay for the organization, but this is an organization linked to you. I want to move forward because there are a series of allegations that have been leveled against you, Mr. Wangchuk. On 24th of September.
All these will come clear. All these will come clear, and more comes clear, more you
None of it has been accounted, Mr. Wangchuk. None of it has been accounted. As per this particular order, all that you're essentially saying in terms of the transactions that have essentially taken place, it hasn't been accounted for.
It is not. I'm repeating not, but
you're admitting that it has not been accounted.
I'm not an accountant, and I'm not associated with the organization for some time, except donating from time to time. This is an organization I started, founded. Now it has its own management. So my relation is as a donor, and my donation is seen as an irregularity, perhaps because this is unusual for them.
Mr. Wangchuk, I want to now bring back the focus on what really happened on 24th of September. You said that this was organic. In fact, you lamented the fact that the protest that was being carried out, it was largely by the elderly and not by the youth. There is a video which I'm going to put out for you, for your reference. Undated video where essentially you make a statement where you say that masses will bring change in Ladakh like Nepal, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. And that is the reason why today the Ministry of Home Affairs have pinned the entire blame on you by simply saying this, that you have made provocative statements. And I'm going to play that out. You can deny it or you can accept that it was you in that particular video. In next 20 seconds, I'm going to play out a video. I want you to tell me, is that you?
Please
and
do.
If that is you, then you please tell me, why would you make a statement? Mr. Wangchuk, hear me out. Because, you know, all this while, no one has had the chance. And I'm going to play that video first for you. Because in the language that you have spoken later on, lest you tell me that I've misquoted you, that's why I'm going to play this out. I'm going to play this out for you.
Yeah. Yang tene daksa mangpe mols thak chat pe gyurja yong chezeno. Nepal la yong steodo, Bangladesh la yong steodo, Sri Lanka yong steodo, miwan se gyurja kyong anok tene. Chik chik shina tene kyong anok samara reale. Yang tene daksa mangpe mols thak chat pe gyurja yong chezeno. Nepal la yong steodo, Bangladesh la yong steodo, Sri Lanka yong steodo, miwan se gyurja kyong anok tene. Chik chik shina tene kyong anok samara reale.
Mr. Wangchuk, is that you in that particular video?
Yes, I am. And
when
I
was
have
this?
always said, I'm explaining, I have always said that I want to be the one life to be lost in Ladakh so that no more lives are lost in future because of frustration among the people like that happened yesterday. So I was saying if one person dies like me, then maybe governments change their ways like things changed in these countries. Maybe one life can change things here also. So yes, I have always offered my own life to save many in future.
Did you say this?
So this has always
Mr.
been
Wangchuk,
my stand. This is no hidden thing.
Did you say
I have always said that I see lots of lives going. I kind of, premonition I had that this is what will happen when frustrations are very high. So
okay, I'll come to the frustration. You know, Mr. Wangchuk, I'm going to take every minute right now to explain it to our audience because it is important that people know the truth. Did you or did you not say in this video that everything demands sacrifice and I am also making a part of the hunger strike, which you have already clarified? Let me move on. You say that like people in Nepal, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka have done the same, definitely there will be changes and people bring changes. Like Nepal, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, people will be bringing change here in Ladakh. Is this what you had to say?
Yes, I'm again
and what is the referencing, what is the purpose of referencing with Nepal, Bangladesh?
Look at it. We have been waiting for 6 years with all our demands and unmet promises. Okay. So at the end of it, I was saying I am ready to give my own life so that tomorrow there is not such a big scale violence. And I gave references saying that one man can bring such changes. Yes.
But you are referencing with what happened, the Gen Z protests that have taken place in Nepal. You saw what happened, the student protest, the so-called student protest that took place in Bangladesh. Do you believe that invoking that would have been appropriate? Because you are calling in, effectively you are calling in for arson, effectively you are calling in for violence, Mr. Wangchuk.
No, at many points this video doesn't show, but I always said that we would rather have a peaceful version of those changes in Ladakh also, not the violent kind, but a peaceful way of change in Ladakh, only with my life going, because I was going to sit on long, indefinite or, fatal
you wanted
the
youth to participate in it. You wanted the youth to participate in it because you have time and again lamented about the fact that not enough youth were joining your protest. The 35-day indefinite strike that you were essentially doing, the 35-day strike that you were doing, you largely saw that elderly were participating, not the youth. And you wanted them to be participating. And accordingly, what you did was on 24th of September, around 11:30 in the morning, you actually made a speech, resulting in a situation where just immediately thereafter, you've seen the youth moving to a political party's office, burning it down. And not just that, it turns out, Mr. Wangchuk, that you left immediately after that, broke your fast, took an ambulance, and you left for your village. Mr. Wangchuk, isn't it a sign of hypocrisy?
Check your facts. I didn't make any speech before the event. After the event, I made a post on Twitter and others describing what is happening, the unfortunate incident, and I described it as nindaniya, condemnable, and that I failed today in my peaceful path. That's what I said. But that was after it had happened, not before. I repeat, not before. And when this was happening, also, it's not that I left without trying to bring peace. I made my last speech from there, urging people to stop this nonsense and stop the violence as guns were blasting right by my ears. You can see the photographers shaking. So I made all my efforts. I made an announcement in Ladakh to stop this violence, made one in Hindi, and then we were asked to vacate the place because forces were coming inside that. And sure enough, soon after I left, there were paramilitary forces that forced inside the park and, randomly beat all the people there. There was like a Jallianwala Bagh situation, except for the firing, I was told.
Mr. Wangchuk,
I left only after making all my appeals.
Is it true that you were informed that the high-powered committee is going to sit on the 6th of October? In fact, 2 sets of meetings are going to take place. That would be on the 25th and the 26th of September. If that was the case, then Mr. Wangchuk, what was the need of making a statement like this, that a change is required, a change like what was happening in Bangladesh and Nepal? Would you then not agree that you essentially did not want, you were in a tearing hurry to come to some sort of a conclusion as far as this matter is concerned, when your body, the lay apex body, and the Kargil Democratic Alliance would have been part of that particular high-powered committee? And it is making progress.
Please don't mix up facts. That speech was long back. I don't know how many weeks. This incident happened just yesterday. So these are two different things. Yes, the government had announced 6th of October as the talks date. And that was one of the things that angered the youth, the 6th October, because this was knowing that 15 people were out there to die, and keeping the thing 16 days away was almost to punish them, because they knew they would sit till the talks happen. So they kept it so far away. Otherwise, if the government wanted, they could have, just a minute, please listen to this. Please listen to this part. It is important. If they wanted, they could have kept the talks in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. In 2020, when a similar situation was there and people here decided to boycott the Hill Council elections, next day a special aeroplane came and took the leaders to Delhi, and the day after they held talks. So when the government wants, it can do talks in 2 days. But now they're keeping it 16 days away just to punish the people on Anshan. And your dates of 25th and 26th, those were not there. I repeat, they were decided, I think, yesterday when these things were happening.
That is not true, Mr. Wangchuk. I'm not too sure. You are saying that I'm mixing up my facts, Mr. Wangchuk. I currently have these documents with me which basically indicates the following. One, with regards to certain demands that you had essentially made, that is with regards to the reservation. Obviously, that reservation policy and the domicile policy announcement was essentially made, picking up the reservation as far as the indigenous people are concerned to about 85%. Secondly, with regards to the high-powered committee actually meeting on 6th of October, it was supposed to already it would have happened. On the 25th and the 26th, there was already there was already an indication that there would be another set of meetings that would have taken place in which the agenda would have essentially been decided. So, Mr. Wangchuk, please tell me how exactly am I misrepresenting the facts?
Please. This 25th and 26th is not there. It was inserted like yesterday.
You are saying the Ministry of Home Affairs is lying?
Lying, I don't know, but they put in something that was done just hours before, I think. Had we known 2 days ago that there are talks, we would have thought there is something happening. That was not there, please believe me. That was inserted or announced much later, like when these things were going out of control, not before. Earlier it was just 6th of October and nothing else. Our leaders went to appeal and they were told no, it cannot be done because Nityanand ji is busy in election schedule in Bihar and he cannot come. So people felt hurt that Ladakhi lives are not as important as Bihar elections. That's why the youth were angered.
There is an official statement, Mr. Wangchuk, which I'm once again going to repeat. And this is not any source-based information. This is exactly what the Ministry of Home Affairs says. They say that the next meeting of high-powered committee was scheduled on 6th of October, while meetings were also planned on 25th and 26th of September with the leaders from Ladakh, which means a communication must have gone. You are saying that the communication did not receive you, or for that matter, others part of the lay apex body? Are you suggesting that you had absolutely no idea that the Ministry of Home Affairs had notified that such a meeting is going to take place?
No, I repeat, no. The 6th of October, yes. The 25th and 26th was done maybe yesterday morning. So that doesn't count as something that people should have known that there is this meeting organized. This was not there. It is just inserted quickly and then put it in the press release. It's not factually wrong, but it was when things were going out of control and not something we were told before. I think this makes it clear enough.
Mr. Wangchuk, with regards to the demands that you have essentially made in terms of recruitment, in terms of protecting the rights, indigenous rights, the government has already indicated that reservation of about 85%, recruitment of 1,800 posts. Can I understand what exactly are you essentially trying to do by bringing people on the street? And this is not the first time that you've essentially done that. Some are saying that you have lost some support there, and that is the reason why you had to basically resort to this kind of provocative statements.
No, sir, I have lost. You are right. I have lost all support of youth, not because of anything else, but because of my peaceful path. Several speeches are made at the site of Anshan where leaders of youth and not so young leaders came and said, we reject your path of peace. It doesn't work. You have done enough of it. Enough is enough. You keep your peace with you. We are going to adopt other ways. You look up the records like you have done for mine. There are many young leaders who are saying that we reject Sonam Wangchuk and his peaceful path. That was my fear, and that came true yesterday. They rejected me and took the path of violence. So that's what I want to say about this.
Okay. Mr. Wangchuk, I want to show you a few more things. These are images that we got earlier today. This is from the Ganglas village, where you were basically carrying out the ice stupa project. It turns out that the villagers were quite upset with it because what you were essentially doing was using non-biodegradable items. And I want to show those pictures right now on your screens right now, what is basically left of it. There are two other allegations that have been leveled against you from the Phang villages, where villagers had staged protest against the diversion of the Phang stream for the ice stupa and even filed a police complaint against you. There is also allegation that Mr. Wangchuk, you have not paid the premium of the LAHDC lays land allotted for your institute HIAL. These are images of what was left behind. Phang villagers have also demanded that 1,000 canal land that was basically given to you should be returned because you had promised them jobs which you did not. At least 4 sets of allegations that have been leveled against you. These are serious in nature, Mr. Wangchuk.
Yes, thank you. The first image you are showing of plastic is not wrong. There was once a complaint that there were leftover pieces of plastic from our artificial glaciers. We received the complaint very well, and we removed and cleaned it up. It happens, and we did clean it up. Secondly, regarding Phyang villagers, now it's clear and old case. You know, for the last 4 years, 5 years, I've been voicing Ladakh's demands for 6th schedule. So different tactics were used to attack Hayal and me through villagers. Finally, it turned out that there were only 16 people who were claiming as villagers of Phyang, and they were all from BJP Leh. And they were actually assured that if Hayal's land is captured back, your mission is that, and if it is captured back, it will be distributed among you. So with designs like this, Hayal has been attacked many times, but villagers have rejected them, and that's all clear. You can come and go to the village of Phyang and meet the villagers and find the facts yourselves, rather than trusting these signatures on papers. There are 16 people who have been used by
why is it,
political
Mr.
parties
Wangchuk, if that is
to
the
bother
case?
Sonam
For a minute,
Wangchuk
if I'm to
so
agree,
that he
for a
stops
minute,
his
if I'm
voice.
to agree
And
to
now
your
wait, I'll answer
Mr.
all.
Wangchuk,
Now
I'm
the
simply
lease
asking you
agreement.
because
No,
I have gone through these documents. Mr. Wangchuk, please do understand that these are not baseless allegations that I'm levying.
Let me answer.
I am allowing you to answer, but can I just add to this? Can I just please add to it? Because I've gone through each of every set of documents, every complaint letter I've gone through. I don't see a counter really coming in.
Let me answer your question. Why don't you let me answer your own question? For God's sake, this is an interview. This is not a primary school debate. So let me tell you regarding the lease and why Hayal's land lease was cancelled. Repeatedly, time and again, our people had gone to the authorities with the lease offer, money, but they did not accept, and we have letters to prove. They said the new UT's lease policies have not been formalized yet, and the delay is across government departments also, due to which all lease of land has been delayed. Therefore, you continue to build. We have letters from the commissioner saying that, and there is a certificate of non-encumbrance saying you please construct. We have nothing. All this is fine, but suddenly in 2025, when we start demanding fulfillment of promises of the last elections,
I'm running out of time, Mr. Wangchuk, so I want to just quickly ask you this. Why is it that you never approached the court? If you believe that you were absolutely squeaky clean here, and these complaints that were registered against you were basically to perhaps bring a dent to your image, why is it that you never approached the court?
Yeah, we will approach the court. We are not in a hurry.
Mr. Wangchuk, I'm showing you documents almost a year ago. This police complaint, complaint is not a new complaint against you.
Sorry, sir. This is a case 1 month old, and there's nothing hidden. We told the people that maybe you want to come and bulldoze the place. Please
so according to you,
because we have
I'm going to leave
letters from you asking us to build, continue construction. And then if you don't, we'll go to court. We will do. We are in the process of going to court. But
so who
first, we wanted to give them the chance to do, if they really think that's what they want to do.
Mr. Wangchuk, I'm going to end by asking you, who provoked the youth on the 24th of September? Was it you or was it the Congress party?
Sir, this is very sad. The deaths are sad, but even sadder is this childish blame game that we are playing to find scapegoats in Sonam Wangchuk, in Congress, so that those responsible in the government can wash their hands of the responsibility of fulfilling their promises of jobs and safeguards to Ladakh. I'm really sad to see this. This is a clever move. I congratulate you for the clever move, but this is not wise move. We need wisdom at this time. We need balm, not salt in the wounds. So please don't. Wait, I'll tell you, neither me nor Congress, nor I would say any particular entity, it's all our collective responsibility. Now, regarding Congress, you know how, like me, Congress is out of the picture. They were not even in the apex body. And yesterday, the BJP spokesperson Sambit Patra was showing a Congress, so-called Congress councillor, saying that this man is leading the carnage. Look at him. Well, it turns out that's a wrong picture. He showed somebody with a long hair and made it into the councillor. If he has any dignity, I would like him to confess and apologize to the nation for making somebody a scapegoat. And you know what? This person's family has been ransacked and police is beating them. As we talk, apex bodies, youth leaders are being picked up and locked up and are beaten. This is not how you put marham on the wounds. Please behave more sanely and more wisely like a great nation on this planet. We have to show the world how we deal with our citizens. One more thing, sir. You put many allegations on me. I would like through you, the government, to answer. How did they fire so indiscriminately?
Mr. Wangchuk, my job is to ask you the questions. I'm not going to... Mr. Wangchuk, you are saying these are not my allegations. These are... Mr. Wangchuk, let me make it very clear. These are not my allegations.
Also, they were shot in the head.
Everything that I've asked you, Mr. Wangchuk, I've relied upon documentary evidence.
If our own soldiers, our police force kills our citizens like animals, what do we expect?
Mr. Wangchuk, I just want to end here.
None of the policemen were killed. If they had a danger to their lives, we can understand. Do they have the authorization to shoot to kill? There must be an inquiry. Do you agree or not? Please tell me on this show.
Mr. Wangchuk, it is my job to ask you the question. You said you started by saying that I'm leveling allegations. These are not my allegations. These are documentary evidence, and these are allegations that have been leveled to you, and these are documents I am presenting before you, which I'm sure that you are aware of. So these are not my allegations. These are allegations which have been put on paper. It is your job to answer them, Mr. Wangchuk, and that is the reason why I did do my job of asking you those questions.
You do look more loyal than the king himself. I must give that to you. You look more loyal than the king himself. Please answer as a journalist. Is it fair to shoot our own citizens in the head and the heart?
Can I just only simply tell you, you said you've given yourself the clean sheet. You're accusing me, but the fact of the matter is this. When I asked you this, that if you believe that these allegations do not hold any merit, why is it that you never approached the court? Secondly, you said that this is a one-month-old complaint. I beg to differ, Mr. Wangchuk. If you want, I can send you those documents. I could courier it to you, Mr. Wangchuk. These are not one-month-old allegations. These are there are several months-old allegations that have been leveled against you. Mr. Wangchuk, I'm running short of time, but I'll certainly come back to you. I'll certainly come back to you because I don't think so this is ending anytime soon. And more importantly, a thorough investigation is something that everyone is looking forward to. Ladies and gentlemen, the face of the Ladakh protest, Sonam Wangchuk on Republic TV admits that he did actually make a statement with regards to Nepal and Bangladesh, but it was with reference to the fact that he is ready to sacrifice his own life for what he's been demanding for several months put together.